Believe it or not, Minnesota is home to one of the oldest continuously operating traps hooting clubs in the country, going all the way back to the late 1800s. This state's firearm roots run incredibly deep, from traditional backwoods hunting to generations of sport shooting and self-defense. But in recent years, regulations have started chipping away at what many see as basic rights. And at Relaxed Fit, we believe a right delayed is a right denied. So today, we're cutting through the noise to break down Minnesota's current gun laws, what you can and can't do in 2025, using only official state sources. If you're a law-abiding citizen trying to stay on the right side of the law while still exercising your rights, this video is for you. Oh, and if you conceal carry already, go check out our concealed carry summer shorts at relaxedfittactical.com. Chapter 1. Purchasing firearms in Minnesota. In Minnesota, you do not need a permit to purchase rifles or shotguns. But if you want to buy a pistol or a semi-automatic military-style assault weapon, you'll need either a permit to purchase or a permit to carry. The permit to purchase is good for 1 year and is issued by your local police chief or county sheriff after a background check. A valid permit to carry also satisfies this requirement. As of recent legislative updates, all private party transfers of pistols and semi-automatic military-style assault weapons also require a background check. No exceptions. This now includes official paperwork, even for transfers between friends or neighbors. This system is meant to close so-called loopholes, but it also adds friction for law-abiding citizens. Also worth noting, while there's talk of a proposed ban on new sales of certain semi-automatic military-style assault weapons, SF 1596, that bill has not been passed into law yet, but it's one to watch. Hit that like button to support our small Second Amendment channel. Chapter 2. Open and concealed carry. Minnesota is a shall-issue state, meaning if you meet the legal criteria, the state must issue you a permit to carry. To qualify, you must be at least 21. Complete an approved firearms training course within the past 12 months, pass a background check. One unique twist: you don't need to conceal your firearm in Minnesota. A valid permit to carry allows both concealed and open carry. The permit is good for 5 years and is valid statewide. Important update: a court ruling previously allowed 18-20-year-olds to obtain permits to carry, but that decision is now being challenged by the Minnesota Attorney General and may be reviewed by the U.S. Supreme Court. For now, the law still states the minimum age is 21. Don't skip the training. It's required by law, and honestly, it's good practice. In the next chapter, we tackle one of the biggest areas where people get caught out: carrying firearms in vehicles. Chapter 3. Carrying in vehicles without a permit. Transporting a loaded handgun in your vehicle is illegal in Minnesota. The firearm must be unloaded in a closed, secured case or gun box, not easily accessible. However, with a valid permit to carry, you're legally allowed to carry a loaded firearm in your vehicle. No extra hoops to jump through. Comment 2. A, if you support the Second Amendment. Chapter 4. Restricted locations. Even with a permit to carry, certain places in Minnesota are off limits for firearms. K-12 schools and school buses, federal buildings and courthouses, state correctional facilities, private property with posted "no guns," signage, workplaces or businesses that verbally notify you, certain areas of the state capitol without proper authorization. You can also be asked to leave private property for carrying. If you don't comply, it's trespassing. Not a gun charge, but still serious. And as of 2025, it is now illegal to possess a firearm with a binary trigger in Minnesota. This falls under new state restrictions aimed at increasing public safety by reducing rapid-fire devices. But what they can't stop is your freedom of speech. So grab one of our Second Amendment shirts and let everyone know how you feel. Loud and proud. Chapter 5. Firearms and minors. Minnesota law prohibits furnishing a firearm or ammunition to anyone under 18 unless it's for lawful hunting or target practice. The minor has completed a firearm safety course. The use is under direct supervision. There's also a criminal offense called negligent storage. If a minor gains access to an improperly stored firearm and causes harm, you could face serious charges. New updates in 2025 have strengthened child access prevention laws, making secure storage not just smart, but mandatory in many scenarios. Got kids at home? Lock it up. Whether you agree with the law or not, it's non-negotiable. And speaking of legal changes, Minnesota's new red flag law and universal background checks are a game changer. So let's break those down next. Chapter 6. Red flag law and universal background checks. In 2023, Minnesota passed two major changes that have sparked plenty of debate. Extreme risk protection orders, red flag law. Law enforcement, and in some cases, family members, can now petition a judge to temporarily remove firearms from someone deemed a threat to themselves or others. Universal background checks. All private sales of pistols and military-style assault weapons now require a background check in official paperwork, even if the buyer is your neighbor or cousin. Supporters say these laws improve safety. Critics argue they punish law-abiding gun owners while doing little to stop criminals. Whether you support it or not, this is the law now. Know what it means and don't get tripped up over paperwork you didn't know you needed. Up next, we'll talk about why these laws might not be set in stone just yet. Chapter 7. Legal changes and challenges. The new laws in Minnesota have already drawn legal scrutiny and debate. Pro-2A groups are challenging the state's red flag law on constitutional grounds, citing due process violations. The restriction on 18-20-year-olds obtaining carry permits is also under legal fire. And while these laws are currently in effect, lawsuits are pending that could eventually affect how and if they're enforced long-term. Minnesota's gun laws sit at the crossroads of a rich firearm heritage and increasing regulation. There's a long history of responsible firearm ownership here, but the legal landscape is shifting quickly. At Relaxed Fit Tactical, we're here to help you stay informed, ready, and legal, even when the system feels stacked against responsible gun owners. If you found this breakdown helpful, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and let us know in the comments which state you want us to cover next. Remember, this video is for informational purposes only and does not constitute legal advice. If you need specific guidance, consult a licensed attorney in your state. Now, the next state's laws are complete BS. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching.